Hashtag Chef on Tour, another special edition in Medellin, and Elcielo Hotel and the Elcielo Restaurant is Juan Manuel Barrientos, who is becoming an icon not only in Colombia, but in the entire world, with 2 Michelin stars, one in both in Miami
and Washington,
and one in Washington, D.C. Chef, thanks for having us here.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I have 1,000,001 questions. It's like a samba party in my head trying to figure out where we start. But tell me a little bit of the inspiration of where you came from and how you transformed this idea into reality.
I first started working in Argentina.
Okay.
I trained with a Japanese chef called Komiyama. Then I had the opportunity to do a stage in Arsac in San Sebastian. And in San Sebastian, what I learned from Arsac was the approach that he had to his traditions and through his creativity. And it's called a creativity workshop, El Taller. They will create new recipes, modern recipes based on those ingredients or those traditions, but completely modern ideas. So when I came back, I had this idea of doing the same with the Colombian cuisine, taking traditional ingredients or recipes and through innovation and creativity, creating new recipes in Colombian cuisine. So we started doing that. We opened Elcielo back in 2007. I was 24 at that time. That has been the philosophy of the restaurant for 17 years, modern Colombian cuisine. I always believe in experience, in giving the client an experience, the luxury approach of things. So I always believed that we have to create a luxury brand that lives in the hospitality world. 5 years ago, we created the Elcielo Hotel, in which we are. We moved the original Cielo here. And that's how we imagine a small restaurant doing modern Colombian cuisine into a luxury brand in hospitality. And now we have restaurants in Washington, in Miami, in Pasto, in Bogota, in Medellin.
Okay, so you're rocking, so there's no end to it. And luxury is really where it's at. I stayed here about 5 years ago when they opened up the hotel, and it was a top-notch experience. It's only been molded and refined since then, because even through my walkthroughs upstairs, I've seen that you have the bar La Sirena.
La Sirena, yes.
La Sirena, and coming soon a spa I hear. There's rumors of that. And that's going to be a great addition to, I think, what people look for when they come into this part of the world. So what are you seeing, or what are you really not just seeing, but what are you doing and creating with your taller?
So we look an approach of a 360 experience.
360-degree experience.
Yes, and during 24 hours. So we have some clients that doesn't sleep in the hotel. What we do is we think of when you come here, how we welcome you, how you do the check-in, how do you sleep, how you have breakfast, how you go to the pool, how you go to the spa. How do you have a la carte bistro approach to have like a quick lunch? Then how do you have fine dining? Then how you have a drinks at the bar? So it's like a 24-hour experience in which we are thinking from your pillow to the coffee you're drinking, and that's our obsession.
And then they all work together because everything around the experience has to do with everything that you said. At some point, you're eating to a certain point. At some point, you're drinking, you're consuming some type of beverage to a certain point. Everything that's direct or indirect is affecting you, whether it's the lighting or the ambiance that's around you. So it's brilliant what you've created. And so how do you take that with what you've done? I mean, you're constantly molding. How do you take that and where do you go from there?
I think growing in hotels will help us grow in the restaurants, in the spas and everything, because the hotel is like a cluster where we have the rooms, the spa, the fine dining, the bistros, the bars. So we think the hotel as a cluster, and that's why we're always thinking around that cluster. But we have a special team of chefs always like creating new dishes, and that's our center of all the creativity, because at the end we're a hospitality group, but we're based in gastronomy, and it grew through gastronomy.
So you're gastronomy-led hospitality
group,
opposed to being any other type of entertainment, like you said, or any other, maybe it's ecotourism, and then that's like kind of nestled in there. You guys drive gastronomy.
Yeah. For example, this is a very small hotel. It has 28 rooms, 30,000 square foot, which is small for a hotel. And in this first floor, we had 40,000 clients sitting in 1 year and 10,000 sleeping. We are like above 80 to 90% of occupancy all year. But if you see the rates of 10,000 people sleeping and 40,000 eating, you understand that this is a gastronomy cluster where some people sleep.
I love it. So you mentioned something about the team and of course the kitchen being the driver. The people that you have in your kitchen and on your floor staff, you know, your service staff, they're all very special for one reason or another. You have a foundation.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about the foundation. What was your inspiration? How long has it been around? And more importantly, a little bit about the substance of it.
Yeah, the foundation was born almost the same time with the restaurant, like 17 years ago. We believe in second opportunities.
Okay.
Colombia had a war, or has a war, I don't know, for 60 years. And we believe of giving second opportunities to the people that went to war. So we train wounded soldiers, mutilated by landmines, former guerrillas, former paramilitaries, and we train them in non-violence and cooking.
Okay.
Or front of the house. After we train them, we do forgiveness and reconciliation sessions where they meet. They used to be enemies, and then they have the opportunity to do internships here, and then search for a job after doing this intern.
So as you've been here, you're originally from Medellin,
Yes.
right? You're Paisa. This is, and so you're an ambassador of Medellin throughout the world. You know, and so it's interesting to see how you see things outside in the outside of the world, how people perceive it, and then also now what's happening in Colombia. People are starting to really embrace Colombian food, the uniqueness, the biodiversity, all of the cool things that are happening. A lot of new chefs are coming, a lot of new restaurants, a lot of things are being molded. How do you feel about that? What's your impression?
I think we have the last 25 years have been great for Colombia. We have seen changes in all areas. The restaurants, chefs, the evolution has been exponential. And I have a theory is that from the 60s to 2000, the war stole part of the country to us. We lose the recipes, we lose traditions, we lose indigenous communities' heritage, many things, because there was a war at some part of Colombia. From the last 20 years, it has changed a lot. So I think it's very positive. Medellin also has been like the newest school city of Latin America, because Bogota has a lot of tourism, especially in business, and Cartagena has been tourism for excellence for many years because the historic center and its heritage. But Medellin is like the new cool city to be here. And in the last 5 years, like we have won travel awards for many years, like best city in the world, coolest city in the world, the best destination for many things from medical tourism. We have the innovation in medical services here. It's crazy.
Chef, we're really grateful to be here. Thank you for having us.
I'm very happy that you are here.
How does everyone find you?
At Juanma Elcielo.
Okay, nice and easy. And that will do it for us here. We're gonna get a little bite to eat. #Chef on Tour Medellin with Chef Juan Manuel
Barrientos.